Sanibonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about the latest episode of Tina Singozungu. Now guys, we know ukuthi last week's episode did not end well between Dr. Kehlelezi and Unokhuzana, Apostoli. So in this episode, it starts off with Utina. Utina decides to go and see Dr. Kehlelezi to check up on his friend, to see how he's doing, and listen. Dr. Kehlelezi is still very much mad, you guys. Now I must say, I get it, Apostoli disrespected him, but I don't think, though, the level of the way he's so mad, I don't think it matches the sin or matches the occasion. Because I'm just like, especially, guys, I think it's one thing, or at least for myself, I feel like when you're disrespected by someone that you don't know, like, because it's like, why you want to give that person so much space in your life? Like, that person doesn't know you like that. But if it's someone that knows you, I would get to why you'd be so angry, because that person knows your character, they know who you are, and they still disrespecting you. But I guess that's just me, guys. But when it comes to strangers, don't take strangers to your head and to your heart, and don't give them the space in your mind and in your life that they don't even deserve. So anyway, uthi na mega fika again. Pufita Dr. Kehlelezi, he's busy trimming there, and you can see Dr. Kehlelezi. He's not okay. He's like, angtandanga, unganako, the way enchajenga kona. Utina is like, that's the reason why I'm here. I'm here so that I can propose sihlangane sonke, so that we can, we can iron things out without the wives. Utetekehlelezi is like, no, what umganakho is judgmental. Like, imagine yena ezongena indaba zami, yena esontweni, labantu alala nabo, what about them? I'm like, hey, bo. And then he just says, but anyway, that's a topic for another time. Guys, I did not appreciate that. As umfundisi, guys, you must have a filter. Yet I said it. As umfundisi, you must have a filter, and your anger must be manageable in a sense. That's why I'm saying I don't feel like, yes, he disrespected him, but for Dr. Kehlelezi to say that, nah, guys, you must have a filter. It's not worth it. As I'm saying, the person doesn't know you like that. You don't know that person like that. But what did Dr. Kehlelezi mean by saying Apostoli? What about lababantu that he sleeps with esontweni? Ha, guys. I'm like, no, that's too much, especially as umfundisi, guys. You need to learn. Ubafundisa njani abantu ukuthi mabaqole. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you hold on to stuff and now for me, it was a bit too much. But anyway, Utina, in his diary session, his response to that, he says, Uti, angazi-ke if uDr. Kehlelezi khona into ayaziyo or khona into ayibambayo emoyeni, odwa Utina says Ugutu Striker, he has had charges against him that put him in jail. Now Utina did not explain what charges. I'm just like, what charges are you speaking about? I kind of felt kind of awkward for Utina even commenting on that. Even if it was the producers who asked, I just feel like these are both your friends. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm questioning now, Uguti, was Striker charged and went to jail based on charges of him being a pastor and doing inappropriate things with church members? Guys, this got us up. And why would they even bring it to TV? That's what I'm saying. I get to Dr. Kehlelezi, maybe he commented on it because bega kwatile, but still, you must have a limit to your anger as they passed them. But now, why did he feel like he needed to comment on it on TV, whereas now the whole world knows about it? Anyway, guys, Dr. Kehlelezi says, if umganakho minds my business, I will mind his business. I will show him who is Dr. Kehlelezi. At this point, guys, it just sounds like it's egos fighting. Ego or one ego, or for me at least, it feels like Dr. Kehlelezi is upholding his ego. I mean, guys, if you believe in the Bible, what does the Bible teach? Does it not teach when someone slaps you on the one cheek, that you must turn your other cheek? And that means sometimes letting go of things that, that are just unnecessary. I feel like those are one of the things that Dr. Kekhelezi, or these are one of the things Dr. Kekhelezi could have easily like let go. He should have just waited for Lo Mhlangano and spoke to Striker and told him, which I did not appreciate that. But all of these other things, the threats he's making on the side, nah, guys, like for me, I don't know. But then again, listen, Dr. Kekhelezi did say he believes 50% in Christianity and 50% emadluzini akhe. But then Dr. Kekhelezi says, okay, ngiyakuzwa thina ukuthi you saying ukuthi ufuna ukuthi sihlangane, kodwa mina-ke ngizofonela uJumbo manje ngimbuze ukuthi and get permission if we should go to this meeting, no strike. So anyway, Dr. Kekhelezi called Ujumbo. Ujumbo's like, no, asambe, let's go, like, let's leave the wives, let's go and meet up. That time, Dr. Kekhelezi, when he's calling Ujumbo, he's like, yazi, what? He says, yeah, yazi le nkwe, but uthi now, uthi siyohlangana na le nkwe. I'm just like, nah, guys. Like, that's the thing. When you are a leader, guys, you just need to choose the higher way. Yes, it's simpler to throw the jabs, it's simpler and it's easier to insult back. But there's many people who are looking there, who are watching the show that look up to you. And you have to be considerate of that despite all your feelings. But anyway, Ujumbo says, Dr. Kekhelezi asambe. So Dr. Kekhelezi ends up agreeing to Tina's request ukuthi they can go and meet without the wives. Now my question is, do you guys feel like Tina is helping the situation or not? Because at this point, I just feel like Tina, number one, he's forcing things. Okay, fine. I get to what he wants to, like get them to meet and whatnot. But he says what he's going to, Utina said in his diary session, he's going to keep trying. You don't have to force people to get along being as one, guys. As long as there's mutual respect, you can't teach people how to respect one another. That's one thing. These are grown men. So Utina, it's not his place to teach people how to respect. And it's not his place to force people to be friends. Like, why are you forcing them? They are your friends, but they don't necessarily have to be each other's friends. But I just feel like Uti now, when he's with Dr. Kekhelezi, he throws Striker underneath the bus in a sense. And then when he's with Striker, he doesn't, when he's with Unokuzano, Dr. Kekhelezi, he says, indeed, yeah, Striker ukdelelile. But when he's with Striker, he doesn't tell Striker that, he just keeps quiet. So it's like he's trying to play middleman, and I'm like, there's no playing middleman here when you brought these people together and they didn't get along at your meeting. Just have one meeting, let people apologize to one another and move on with life. Because right now, I just feel like Utina is just, I feel like he's picking sides. So anyway, next scene, we see a scene where Ujumbo meets up with his friends. You guys, meets up with his friends. There's alcohol there. Ujumbo feels the need to explain ukuthi phela utshwala that I ordered, it was not for myself, it was for abangani bami. Asazi Jumbo, besingekho thina, asazi. You and your friends know ukuthi uyaphuza or what. But anyway, Ujumbo tells his friends ukuthi phela guys ngifuna ukushada, and I want to know ukuthi, do you guys think I'm ready for umshado? I was just surprised. I'm just like, nah man, that question just put me off a little bit. I just feel if you still have to ask your friends and people if they feel like you're ready for umshado, that means now we are doubter. That means now we are doubter. And I feel like umshado is a very big thing for you to want other people to validate whether you are ready or not. And then his first reason for why he's saying which already for umshado is because of the age. I'm like, I don't get it when people give age as a reason to get married, because there are old people or young boys in men's bodies. He's 34 years old and he says he's ready. And then kubangani bakhe, he says another reason why I think I'm ready for umshado is because ekhaya ke Akasekho umakoti, there's no makoti them, so I want to get a wife now. I still feel those reasons are not valid. I don't know. I guess for some people, abantu abamnyama getting a wife because akunamakoti ekhaya is a reason enough. But I didn't hear anything of. Yeah, guys, now I was not convinced. I feel like when you say you're ready for marriage, number one, do you want it? Do you want it? Because moifuna into and moitanda into, that means when it gets hard, you will stay there. So you must want it, you must love it. Number one. Number two, you must see isidingo somfazi in your life first before your family, because the first person she's coming to serve you and then your family. So when if I was born isidingo, kusho ukuthi you're going to be comfortable in continuing living your life as a single man as long as she's doing wifely duties keen. And that's not fair on a woman because she also has her personal needs that need to be met by a husband. Ay, guys, indaba kaJumbo angimqondi uJumbo yazi bengimthembile, but that now that he's on the shaft just like caught into fishing Jumbo, and that time he's saying ukuthi ngifuna ukushada kodwa I don't want it to ruin my music career. Now I'm asking myself, guys, what does it mean? How can umshado ruin your music career? Because for me, it's sounding like you are saying ukuthi a lot of Christian women like you and they are interested in you because you are single, and then when you get married kusho ukuthi bazohlehlela emuva, and that's going to be bad for you. I don't know if I'm understanding it in what way, but I just didn't get it because I'm just like, marriage is a beautiful thing, and if people are Christians, then they should celebrate that. So how is that going to come in between you and your music? Because vele, like when your fans love you guys, they must understand which you're a married man now. There's stuff that you're going to prioritize. Anyway, uJumbo loyo, but he says ukuthi uzobana ngesikhathi, but anyway he says ukuthi akanayo energy yokushela, so angazi ukuthi how is he going to get that wife. Fine. Last scene girl, we see the Zungus, which is Utina and his wife. They are meeting up with Apostoli and the wife. Ne? Now when they're meeting up with the Apostle and the wife, fine, Uzungu, Utina and Apostoli, they decide to let them go and get water and ice cream because Bogshisa. The wife ka Apostle Umuke, I think her name is pronounced as Umuke or something like that. She had a problem. She says Guti na Zungu's wife Guti pela girl, when you are a host, kumele ubafonela abantu ubabuze uba-check ukuthi nihambe njani, especially ubonile ukuthi sihambe singekho right. So I just feel like you should have called. Now the public had a problem with that, guys, because they're like, oh girl, why ingati she complains about everything, why ingati she has a problem with everything. Now my question is, because according to Utina Zungu's diary sessions, it looked like this meetup that they were doing with the Apostle and his wife was literally the next day after they had the dinner. So I'm like, okay, what do you want? Like, I mean, is that not sufficient enough? I mean, they are here, they are meeting up with you guys to find out how are you guys doing. Is that not sufficient enough? Now I get it, guys. It is just a good courtesy which when you hosted an event to call your guests and to check ukuthi bafike kahle. But I feel like that is for high-end events, guys. That is for an event where you've hired catering, you've hired people to wash dishes, and you are just there to attend to your guests. But we all could see ukuthi Tina Zungu's wife was working, doing up and down, guys. Berakatele. So you wanted to host you guys. And I feel namenzeli drama. Ukatele, her husband just got back from a trip, and then she must come and still check up on you. The next day, she's still my host sometimes. Anyway, but now when they get back, he says, listen, we want to really check, are you guys fine from what happened? Apostle says, listen, I would like to apologize for my host. for the night not going the way it was supposed to go, because asizwanga ukuthi what was even the intention of us even meeting up. So siyaxolisa for that. But it goes on to explain ukuthi mina I was not trying to judge uDr. Kehlelezi. What I was explaining ukuthi the reason why I didn't want uDr. Kehlelezi at uThina's ordination is because bengafuni ukuthi abazalwane kusasa mebebona ukuthi uThina is successful bathi ukuthi amandla wedlozi. Do you understand what I'm saying? Which is, I get where he was coming from, but still uDr. Kehlelezi did not receive it in that way. So I appreciate the fact that he apologized, guys. But he still needs to go and apologize to Dr. Kehlelezi. I feel like, guys, the way uLokhuzana or Apostle handled this situation in a sense after the aftermath, not at the moment. The aftermath was mature in a sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? There was no insults that he threw at Dr. Kehlelezi. He did not try to belittle him in any way. The only thing he was fighting against or fighting with is the beliefs. But I still feel like just apologize to Dr. Kehlelezi because you did not come off in the right way, or you did not come off in the way that you intended to come off. But anyway, uThina says, listen, Dr. Kehlelezi, mina inhloso yami is that I must evangelize to him and he must get to know the God that I serve. When I heard that, I'm just like, I don't think Dr. Kehlelezi is going to react kindly to that comment that uThina made. And I kind of feel like it's controversial in a sense because uThina and Dr. Kehlelezi agreed ukuthi, or rather uThina said ukuthi yena beno Dr. Kehlelezi, they strictly meet on business. The only thing they do whenever they're meeting to discuss izinto zama-business. So now for uThina to say ukuthi I want to evangelize to him, I'm just like, I don't think Dr. Kehlelezi is going to take that lightly. He's going to take that in an offensive way. But anyway, uThina and his God, he knows ukuthi inhloso yakhe. They know ukuthi bazama ukwenzani or what not, angazi, guys. But anyway, uLokhuzana, uThina extends the invite and says, listen, Apostle, I really want us ukuthi sihlangane and meet, and so that we can socialize and get to know one another. And you can see what Apostle is not keen on that, but he ends up agreeing. Listen, I think Apostle should just go, and when he goes there, just apologize. Because as izinto, guys, you can see when now it's egos fighting one another. I don't think anything that Apostle could possibly say to Dr. Kehlelezi at this moment regarding God, I don't think there's anything he's going to take seriously, because already that first encounter they had with one another did not go well. So they should just apologize to one another and move their separate ways, because at this point I don't see it working out. Anyway, guys, that is the recap of the latest episode of Thina Singozungu. You tell me your thoughts on this. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys in the next one.